In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, if there is somebody, there is a proverb, rather there is a principle in a book which is called laws of power, and here there is a law. This law says know the person, you know the person, Know, know the person you are dealing with, and don't offend the wrong person. I mean, you should know the kind of person is in front of you, the kind of person you are thinking with. I mean, unless and until we don't know the kind of person this man is, I think we will not be able to treat them properly, we will not be able to manage them properly. So it is important to know the category of the person, the psyche of a person, and don't offend the wrong person. Some of the people are scoundrels, some of the people they are terrorists, some of the people they are, for them, for these some of the people, insulting somebody and bearing the insult is not something bad. Slapping somebody and getting slapped by somebody is not a bad thing at all. Fighting, quarreling, injuring somebody, it is not a bad thing for some of the people. It is something which is quite normal. So we need to know, if there is a person like this one, we need to stay away from this person, and we shouldn't be annoying this person, offending this person at all. Rather, it is a far better strategy to ignore them, And then there is another very interesting thing about the topic we are discussing today. And this thing says that bear the small insult and be safe from the bigger one. If at all you don't tolerate a smaller insult, there is a higher probability, because you have got engaged with that person, you have tried to retaliate, and that too in a blunt manner without thinking and planning properly. Now there are enough chances that you do have to bear the bigger insults. I think knowing a person is really important, and then treating them accordingly is also important. It is really important not to get engaged with these people in a negative manner at all. Why? Because for those people, insulting and getting insulted, that is a routine matter. So injuring and getting injured is a routine matter. So it is not a routine matter for us. And as far a gentleman is concerned, a gentleman will never be able to forget it for the whole of their life. So for that reason, it is really important to be careful, to be cautious. Okay, not to get engaged with them negatively at all. And also, I should like to put forward a kind of interesting example. One gentleman used to walk in a park, and there were a few youngsters. These youngsters were not, people of good nature, and these younger people used to insult, this man, by throwing insulting sentences upon him. So one day, what he did is that he went to those people and said salam to them, and then asked that, okay, I'm here now, you can insult me as much as you want, and I shall come to you on a daily basis. You have every right to insult me. If this thing pleases you, I shall make myself available to you for this purpose, and now you can insult me as much as you want to. Also, this gentleman said that I'm the person of your father's age. So would you like your father to be insulted somewhere, like the way you are insulting the father of someone else? After saying this thing, this gentleman left that place, and after that, none of those youngsters, insulted him. So I think there is always a technique. We need to handle the situation and the people in a sensible manner. Otherwise, what is going to happen is that we will find ourselves in a trouble. We do want to avoid the trouble. That is the reason, and that is the reason that we are either ignoring them, or we are in a humble manner, we are going to be present, not in front of him alone, rather in front of the several people, so that the other people could notice that the type of people. If at all this person tries to provoke you further, never ever get provoked at all. Be as cool as possible, be as gentle as possible. I think he she will be able to understand that the insulting this guy is not good for me at all. It is rather, it is equally bad, or even more bad for me. It is something very shameful. And then, not only this thing, after doing all that, if at all he she does not stop insulting you, it is really important to start establishing your contact, start meeting with the people who are somewhat influential and powerful in the vicinity, that is also important. Equally important is, let's try to know how to manage and handle these people in a legal manner. Like there is the police station, like there are the courts of law, etc., etc. So these are the things and the ways to, to manage those people. And it is never advised to get engaged with these people in a negative manner. Never insult them in return, never try to retaliate, because if at all you do so, it is not an issue for those people to insult and to get insulted, to slap and to be slapped, to injure and to get injured. It is not something very difficult for those people, but it is really very difficult for you actually, because you are a very gentleman. So for that reason, I think we need to tackle these people in quite a sensible manner, and not in a foolish manner at all. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair.